Cha-chan! If all of that K-On! Recently wasn't quite enough for you, well then you're in luck, because there seems to be lots of little mini shorts, and whether they're related or not, or if I really even need to watch them, is one question, but that's not up to you. So we're going through with it. Somehow I feel like it's the same kind of vein as the Monster Musume one, where it's just a whole little bunch of non-connected side stories that weren't actually particularly useful in an actual episode, only with a lot less focus on... yeah. But since it's K-On!, you should sit back and relax, turn the volume up to 11, and then prepare yourself, because there's not actually going to be any music. Let's see though. Okay. Yui's curiosity. Moogie. No, look, it's my art style when I can't be asked. Okay. So now we're basically just going through everything that runs through Yui's brain. What do you mean how she moves them? Well, for someone who thinks they were edible, I guess the inner machinations of how muscle structure works. Quick, there's a bird. She really shouldn't be as distractible as like a dog seeing a squirrel. Okay. What is it this time? It's got RGB lighting. What do you want? Quick, look, a bird. You got a bit too close of a look, didn't you? We were this close to greatness. I'm not actually convinced that this isn't the speed that her mind actually works. No. That's how she sees me. Okay. Not entirely wrong. Not entirely wrong. Oh, that was mean. Oh, imagining me as you. What a... no bigger insult could be given. And it's great when the credits are basically the same length as the episode. Stripe sketch show, and after we were talking about Mia's panties. Okay. Who is the more artistic out of them? I said artistic because the opposite, we know the answer. Is she going to be... are they going to be asked to draw something completely above that? And they're all going to be heavily detailed. Hmm? One of them, I really hope not. Poor Mio. But it's good that none of them actually got a good look. Just the rest of the auditorium. No, they're more outfits for her to wear. Or that. So the next time she falls over, everyone can be like, oh, they were mine that I gifted her. God. I mean... Oh. It would have been better if the entire card was striped rather than picture of you, but... I like that little jingle. Now, personally, I might be one of them that would join the Mio fan club, but not for the sake of panties. Kodak, that's not a term I've heard in a while. We've had stories surrounding Yui, Mio, and now Ritsu's use of a camera, so... As to be expected, she is one of those photographers. Her very life depends on it. You can't say no. Oh no, she did it. What else did you think she was gonna do? Print them out and put them on her walls? And that's how you lose a member of the club. Infighting's always the worst. Don't blame the scales. One of them's really going to care. Would you take a picture of her in her moment of weakness like that? She's pure evil. Why hasn't anyone confiscated the camera at this point? It's a good thing the Ritsu is so... Well, she's got quite a healthy constitution. Her defense is quite high. Oh, that's... okay. So... Any particular opportunity to take a picture of Yui is being taken. She's having fun. Apparently she goes with the flow of pretty much anything. Yeah, that's not a good thing. I don't take photos very well. I don't appear in many photos. We already saw a Chibi-Yui when she was putting the snow outside. Christmas. Ah. I see the misunderstanding now. Unfortunately, nothing has really changed over the years. Physics-defying decorating there. I wonder if there are any misconceptions that I still haven't corrected over the years. I'm glad I can dress myself. But to be fair, if I've made it this far and I hadn't been able to, there would be an issue. Can she put her clothes on without falling over? Wow. Well done. They grow up so fast. Although, putting on tights shouldn't be something to celebrate. It should be just one of those usual things. Getting lost. There's only one instance of me getting lost that I remember. And that was in a store, and it wasn't even that big of a shop. Is this where her... Oh my god. Oh, how the turns have tabled. I don't need to see a heart wearing tights. It's just one of those things that I still don't need even after seeing it. Deserted Island! Oh great, now I'm getting flashbacks to Gintama. Let's hope they don't enjoy the Deserted Island like some of those characters do. Ah, Azunyan's there now, she can join in with the suffering. This is an actual deserted island rather than the imaginary one that Ritsu and Yui were stranded on. There's not really enough to go around, though. And she seems to thrive. The good thing is they can sustain themselves for several months just on her eyebrows alone. Very nutritious. But if they were ever stranded on a desert island, Mugi is the one that they want to be with because she'd probably have some sort of tracking chip so that her family can find her. Where's the amp, though? That, you know, if I'm ever to play a bard or something in D&D, I think I'll give that a go. I mean, what could go wrong? Also, if fish die, I don't rate the chances of anyone that buys their CD. And I know that this is purely a dream sequence, something that can really happen because Azunyan hasn't been heavily tanned. Some morons have been planted. Was that the Godzilla sound kinda being played there? Okay. Oh, so we're not actually getting the answer of whose legs were who. Shame. And they were never heard of again. Can we say the world has really lost anything, though? Dorbitsit. Great. Are we just going to see them in various bestial forms? Neko janai. I don't think that there is a complimentary answer to that question. A three-toed sloth? So she listens to orders, but then again, she forgets them after a few seconds. Yui, get off the counter! Something that's easily startled. Porcupine? Possibly. Hiding away. Maybe Mio would actually be safe if she had her own outer shell. Although none of these were really nice. That was terrible. Even for my very liberal use of bad puns, that was bad. Something furry. Is it an animal? Although no explanation necessary, so... If you want to use your guesses down below, what animal I would be, I bet none of them would be very, very nice. Oh, okay. Expecting some snow or something? I'm glad we got a time frame. It's better than mine, I'll give you that. I actually had to write my signature a couple of days ago. It's basically just a scribble on a bit of paper. Oh. Maybe I should put in more effort. Well, for when she makes it big. She doesn't do things by halves, though, so just in case she makes a fool of herself, she's got to practice once or twice. Is that Yuki Daruma? For some reason, oh my god, it's the bag charm. Every time that I made a snowman, it wasn't very good. Where did you get that idea? I could think of worse places to be though. They worked hard for that hot pot. Timing is everything. It's hard to screw up a hot pot. But apparently, Mugi is quite the taskmaster. Out of every one of them, though, I would trust her the most out of making a good meal. I'm sure I'd be fine. Wait a minute. I thought that I'd be spared of the wrath of Mugi and bad cooking habits, and then I realised that it really depends on what kind of attitude I have on that day. Sometimes I'd demand perfection of my own cooking abilities, and others it's... Let's put some salt on a slice of bread. That's a meal. But if there's multiple things at least, but one thing I've learned from K-On! Is that Mio's never gonna live down that embarrassing moment. But hey, at least it was striped and not whatever the hell Mugi wanted it to be. But at least now I know that everything's going to be fine, because friends would tell you it's all gonna be alright. best friends will mock you incessantly. And now that we have that little collection of fun down, I suppose I might have to move on to something else. What shall it be? Well, you're just going to have to stick around to find out. If you want to make sure not to miss it though, subscribe to the channel. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a like as well, and it would be greatly appreciated. Because I know it doesn't sound sincere, but without all of you, then I actually probably wouldn't still be doing this. I did start my channel as a bit of a experiment. Didn't think anyone would really care. And now look, a few people care. But as I've said before, what matters is that you do enjoy it. But ultimately, nothing what I do here is really helpful if we were stuck on a desert island, so maybe it's all for naught. Get some rest though. You can join me next time. If you want to be the crudely drawn entourage to my spin-off story, then consider joining me on Patreon, because so far Sal, Raywind, Denmet1997, Shiwan, Stinsfire, Mecha, Jennifer Rojas, Big Boy, Dark Shadow 7899 and everyone else, for reasons completely unknown, want to keep this, well, what constitutes as barely a scribble that is my channel, continuing. So, thank you, I guess.